You know that person in your life who goes silent for days when they don't get their way? The one who sends paragraph-long texts at 11 p.m. designed to make you feel guilty? The one who slams cabinets instead of saying what's actually wrong? You've been calling them difficult, toxic, immature, but here's what's really happening. They never emotionally grew up. And the most uncomfortable part? Neither did you. Stay with me, because what I'm about to explain will permanently change how you see every argument, every relationship, and every emotional reaction you've ever had. Picture a 5-year-old in a grocery store. Mom says no to the cereal. The child drops to the floor, screaming, kicking, crying like the world is ending. You look at that and think they'll grow out of it, but what if they don't? What if they just learn how to disguise it? The floor tantrum becomes leaving someone on read for 3 days. The screaming becomes sarcasm sharp enough to draw blood. The kicking becomes disappearing for a week and pretending nothing happened afterward. Same nervous system, same emotional flood, different costume. Every adult you know is an 8-year-old wearing adult skin, and so are you. Think about the last time someone reacted in a way that made absolutely no sense. They didn't just disagree with you. They detonated. You said something small, reasonable, maybe even calm, and they reacted like you betrayed them. When a person becomes emotionally flooded, the rational brain begins shutting down. The prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for reasoning perspective, impulse control goes offline. And what takes over? The amygdala, the alarm system, the same survival circuitry that activates in a terrified child. They were not choosing irrationality. In that moment, their nervous system literally prioritized survival over logic. Think about the last text you regretted sending, the last argument you replayed in the shower for 45 straight minutes. The last time someone canceled plans and you didn't just feel disappointed, you felt abandoned. That wasn't the adult version of you reacting. That was the younger version of you still trying to be chosen. Still trying to be enough, still desperate to hear, "I see you, you matter." That emotional chemical surge in the body, the rage, the hurt, the panic, the tightening in your chest lasts about 90 seconds. 90 seconds, if you do not feed it. But most people feed it immediately. They replay the moment, rewrite the argument, build an entire narrative around it, and instead of letting the emotion pass, they build a house on top of it. They decorate it, move furniture into it, invite friends over to confirm how unfair it was. And eventually, they start living there. So what do you actually do with this? 2 things. First, when someone in your life is emotionally detonating the silent treatment, the guilt trip, the passive aggression, picture the child version of them. Not to excuse the behavior, not to tolerate abuse, but because the moment you see the frightened 8-year-old beneath the performance, the one who never learned how to say, "I'm scared," instead of "I'm angry," something inside you shifts. Compassion replaces resentment, and resentment was poisoning you far more than they were. Second, turn the mirror around. Where are you still 8 years old? Where are you sulking instead of speaking honestly? Where are you punishing people with distance because vulnerability feels unbearable? Where are you demanding others regulate emotions you never learned to regulate yourself? You do not need to manage their emotions. That was never your responsibility, and they do not need to manage yours. That realization, that separation, is freedom. Every person you've ever been frustrated with was once a child who never received the emotional language they needed. And every time, you overreacted. Every shutdown, every spiral, every 3-day silence, that was your younger self, screaming in the only language they knew how to speak. You do not heal this by controlling other people. You heal it by finally letting people be exactly who they are and then quietly deciding who you will become next. Let them throw the tantrum. Let me outgrow mine. That is the line between people who stay trapped and people who finally walk free. 90 seconds. That's all an emotion needs to pass.